Right.
I want to welcome you guys to EKKO Lounge on another Thursday for Cowboys and Chill.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys coming out every Thursday. Thank Tyrone and Kevin and everybody out here that allows us to do our thing here at EKKO Lounge.
Yeah, special thanks to Kevin for all the free food and everything that he's provided, the free stuff. Did you get the free?
You don't want to get free food, man. You're actually
Kev, I know you can hear me out there.
Kevin,
Kevin, he ain't looking up.
He ain't looking up.
Kevin
Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Kevin, we looking at you.
He only answers the pup.
Okay.
Pup.
Can you? So you said everybody's tab is free for the first 30 minutes. Is that what you said? See?
Yeah.
Anyway, again, here at EKKO Lounge with other Cowboys and Chill here. My man, Law Nation.
What's up, man?
Producer extraordinaire to make everything happen.
Man, I'm trying to make it happen.
Putting this all together for us on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else. We're building. We're building. We're growing. Special guest tonight. Former Cowboys center, former Cowboys coach, former Cowboys scout, former Colorado Buffalo that beat Texas in the Big 12 championship game, and what was the upset of the ages because they weren't supposed to win that game.
That was not an upset.
It was upset of the ages.
No, that was not an upset
Andre
at all.
Gerard, big nasty Andre Gerard. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I appreciate it. There's a couple of
A little late. Delayed but not denied. Come on with it.
I appreciate the love, but there was a couple of discrepancies that you had with that. It was not an upset of Texas.
It was upset. It was upset.
That was going to happen. that was about to happen.
We beat y'all in the regular. We beat the brakes off y'all in the regular season.
You sure did.
And we took y'all lightly because we beat the brakes off y'all in the regular season. So it was an upset. It's hard to beat a team twice.
Hey, I'll tell you exactly what happened. Happened. This is the moment we knew we was going to win the game. You never heard the story. The moment that Mac Brown said, I guess you got to beat the same team twice to win it all.
Yeah.
We was like, oh, no, don't worry about that. We about to send y'all home.
Yeah, because we wasn't even thinking about y'all. Y'all was like a little gnat.
Yep.
You know?
Same thing with Nebraska. Y'all don't watch the tape and see what happened to Nebraska? Because they were number one in the nation. And they took a thumping. And then y'all thought y'all was going to get off easy?
I'm just saying, we already faced y'all. Well, nobody respected Colorado back then. That's okay. Y'all did a good job, man. Good job, man. Good job.
Yep, sure.
Good job.
Got that Big 12 championship. It was great. It was a great year, too. It was a great year.
Speaking of thumpings, though.
Go ahead. Let's dive into it.
Speaking of thumpings, the Cowboys, I don't know, what's your favorite route word? Mollywopped, boat raced, routed,
drug,
blowed out, skull drug. You said skull drug.
Yeah.
They were skull drugged by Detroit. And Detroit, and I would say it was a skull drugging because Detroit tried to humiliate them. They had 11 tackle eligible plays.
They did.
Because of last year.
They definitely were trying to prove a point.
They tried to throw a touchdown pass to a tackle. They tried to do a hook to a tackle. They had a tackle out there lining up a wide receiver running routes.
Hey.
They was trying to humiliate the Cowboys. They really didn't have any doubt they was going to win the game. They spent a lot of time.
Come on with it.
Spent a lot of time trying to humiliate the Cowboys.
I just want to say this to you.
Break it down.
As an offensive lineman, for a coach to call a hook and ladder, you have no idea what that's going through that lineman's mind. He is about to be on SportsCenter.
Right.
The celebration that is about to happen in the end zone, if I do this right, there's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct because we're all celebrating for like 8 or 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Linemen running from the sideline.
Right.
Trust me, it happened to me coaching in the UFL. We had a fake punt. Coach Peyton Purdy, our special teams coach, calls a fake field goal. During the week, I tell the backside tight end, hey, won't you just run down the middle of the field?
Right.
Well, the backside tight end happened to be the starting center, Alex Millette. He runs down the middle of the field. Peyton calls the play. He's wide open. He catches a touchdown. Let me go ahead and tell you that the other 4 starters ran on the field in celebration. The very next play for the extra point, I think we had 2 linemen have cramps in their hamstrings because they were so excited.
Man, that's crazy.
So you know that just tells you. I mean, you get off it. You trying to do all that with your offensive line. They were trying to humiliate the Cowboys. And that, number one, it tells me they didn't take the Cowboys seriously.
No.
They did not. They had no doubt they were going to win this game. It was just a matter of how much and how.
There he is.
Okay? It was just a matter of how much, how much and how they were going to win this game. They tried to humiliate the Cowboys. John Jock Taylor, the black Frenchman, just showed up. He came out of traffic.
Wow.
No doubt, no doubt.
But so they were trying to humiliate the Cowboys. There's no question about that. And to do it in that fashion,
we still here.
that's one reason why Jerry Jones is so upset right now. Jerry Jones historically has been a guy that's handled criticism well, okay?
Okay.
You know, he's been criticized and called everything but under the sun.
Maybe he had to slide over a little bit.
She says she can't hear.
Can't hear?
Everything but a child of God.
Okay, we're gonna get that. That's because he moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still echoing. Yeah.
We're gonna
Still echoing?
We're gonna get the echo out.
Build a plane as we fly.
That what the Wright brothers said.
But it's better now. But
It's better now.
he's been called everything but the child of God
Okay.
since he showed him 89.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's been called a buffoon and everything else, and he's bit back before, but his actions this week were on another level.
Right.
You know, and how he compared it to the 90s when he fired Dale Hansen and Brad Sham. Most of you guys don't remember when he basically took Dale Hansen and Brad Sham on Cowboys radio.
1996.
I didn't know nothing about that Jerry Jones fired Brad Sham, though.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
And so he went out to some radio guys.
Oh, right.
And Andre, I mean, you've seen the man as a player. You've seen the man as a coach. He got humiliated on his birthday.
He did.
The sensitivities are high right now.
It's not good to be on the opposite side of the frustration, but he did. If you're asking me, was he thinking clearly when he said what he said? He wasn't. He was in his feelings and in emotions, which tells you that he really wants to win, and he was embarrassed by the production of the team, which is why he acted the way that he acted.
You know, and I hear you, he wants to win, but he was being questioned by the decisions he made.
Don't nobody like to be questioned.
He was questioned about the decisions he made.
Don't nobody like to be questioned, whether it's your girl or some media people or your, or your boys.
There were legitimate questions about the decisions he made as a team in the state it's in.
Right.
Well, the man said, look at all the good that he's done as well. You
He
can't
ain't
just
done
look
nothing
at
good
the-
since the 90s.
Has he done some good?
Since the 90s.
Actually, he has done good
No.
since the 90s.
Okay, what'd he do? Break it down.
Look at all the All-Pros and Pro Bowls he's had since the 90s.
Oh, you was on that
You gotta
roster when they had
understand, Dre.
13,
Yes, I
right?
was.
You gotta understand, Dre, this is a Super Bowl of bus people that you're talking to.
Yeah.
I'm talking about improvement.
Improvement.
As we look
Like
at
12 wins, more wins than anybody but Kansas City last fight. Don't nobody care about that, man.
Right.
I mean, now, outside of that, okay, if you're looking just at Super Bowls, then
We're not looking at just the Super Bowl. We're looking at the fact that they have not been to the NFC Championship game since 1996. We're looking at the fact that they were 12-5 each last 3 years, and they got run out the playoffs.
Right.
You know.
Okay,
and we're looking at the fact that you did nothing.
But you said you did no good things. Those are some good things.
They're not good things.
They are
no,
good.
they made the playoffs.
All right.
How many of those teams that you can remember were contenders to go to the NFC Championship?
If you don't get there, it don't matter. And listen,
But he got in the playoffs,
as
right?
I tell people, they do not hang division title banners at AT&T Stadium. They did not hang NFC Championship banners at AT&T Stadium.
You know you sound like that.
Now let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
Let me
Break it
finish
down.
my
Break it down.
point.
You sound like the general manager for the Montreal, for the fan, for the Montreal Canadiens,
No,
because they
don't
the
sound
same
like
thing.
nothing. They only
They same
hang.
thing.
Listen, let me finish my point.
I'm just my chair. Hold
Okay.
on, stay right there.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
they don't hang no banners at AT&T Stadium because they ain't won nothing since they've been at AT&T Stadium. Okay?
Why you gonna do it like that, man?
At Texas Stadium. Okay? But they don't hang. This is not the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
This is not. They don't just hang because you made the playoffs at AT&T Stadium. That's the standard. That's been the standard.
Lakers hung a banner for in-season tournament last year.
That's because LeBron wanted That's because LeBron wanted a banner.
If I recall correctly, that was a championship. Was it not?
No.
In-season.
Nobody respects that.
We're going to let them cook. Let them cook. They said let them cook.
Nobody respects that. Fake show dead. Another example of why the fake show is dead.
No, they're not dead.
They did.
I mean,
they dead and buried. Magic Johnson rolling over his grave
It was something to be recognized.
No, it was not.
A banner to go up.
No, it was not. It was bullshit.
Look, every time I talk about the Lakers, he get hot.
No, I'm not hot.
I know you get hot talking.
You don't hang no.
My Lakers. You
don't hang no regular, no mid-season tournament banner.
I'm gonna go here, please.
Go ahead.
Don't be upset.
Go ahead.
How many banners do they have hanging up in Texas?
A hell of a lot more than fucking Don't make me go there. Don't make me go.
Of course, it's more than Colorado. We're not saying that.
It's more than most programs in college football. Listen, you cannot talk about the history of college football without the University of Texas. One of the top 5 winningest programs of all time. So we're not going to do this.
So y'all should have more national championships.
We don't know we got more than you.
Listen, my question is this. How many banners have been hung as a national champion? No. I'm saying Vince had a national championship, right?
And we had 4 before that.
Okay, were there any banners hung before Vince won that?
Yes.
As what?
National championship. Where you been?
No. Before Vince won his national championship.
Yes.
Weren't there other banners hung up in between?
National championship banners, yes.
That's
4.
It. Only national
4.
championship.
Yes.
Those are the ones.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's why I saw a Big 12 championship banner hung
up.
No.
I did. Listen.
I did.
I don't know what this guy do to point the price of tea in China. But again, we're talking about the Cowboys. We're talking about a historic NFL franchise that's competing with Pittsburgh and New England for the most in the 49ers for the most titles ever. Okay.
So far, we are better than Pittsburgh's and New England right now.
No, you're not.
Right now.
No, you're not.
As far as leading championship, they do got more championships than us.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, but this season we are better than them.
No,
right now.
Steelers have a better record.
Do they?
Steelers still have a better record.
They still have a better record.
Yes.
What their record is?
They were 3-1 when you played them. They won last week. Now they 4-1.
Okay. No. They lost 2.
They lost 2.
Yeah.
They lost 2.
You lost 3. They 4-2. And you were 3-3. And you were 3-3 trending down.
AFC team.
You're 3-3 trending down.
Wait, hold on. As we continue this dialect, we're going to get into some ways that we can figure out how this can be helped. But are you saying that you're not a Cowboys fan anymore? Is that what you're saying?
Well, first of all, I'm saying I've never been a Cowboys fan since I've been covering the team. I'm an impartial journalist.
That's not true.
What are you talking about? Andre.
Jack, I can't even look at him.
Impartial journalist.
I can't even look.
And not impartial about it. He's just a journalist.
Yeah. I'm very impartial.
Jock.
I write how y'all play.
No. Jock is impartial.
No, Jock is impartial.
Let me squeeze this in. Who's your best 5 on the front 5 on the offensive line? Who's your starting 5?
What offensive line?
Cowboys offensive line. Because you were telling me week 1, week 2, week 3. He was telling me about the offensive line.
So bring it out the plan of what they need to do.
You the coach? Okay. You the GM? Who's your starting 5 right now?
Well, right now it depends on what you're doing. Are you playing for now? Or are you playing for the future?
Right now.
If you're trying to win now, you're not playing Tyler Guyton left tackle.
Okay. I would agree with that.
You're playing Tyler Smith at left tackle.
Smith.
We got an offensive line on.
That's why I did that.
I want you to talk about the offensive line play because really the root of all the problems on the offense is the struggles up front.
Well, one thing you got to do with a struggling offensive line is you got to be able to run the ball.
Right.
Okay.
And right now, it's looking like they're struggling running the ball, which means defensive lines are lining up because they know they can pin their ears back in pass rush. So you got to get the run game established.
Okay.
With a line with the pieces like you were saying, Tyler Guyton needs to be the guard. Tyler Smith needs to be the left tackle. You run your zone scheme. You get guys moving. You get the running back to be able to find lanes, cut up the field, and get positive yards.
Excuse me. So are you saying that you sliding Tyler Guyton inside as guard?
No,
I'm sorry. I said it reversed.
TJ Bass is going to be. It would be the guard.
TJ.
Yes, TJ would be the guard. Guyton would be the tackle, right?
No, Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith.
Not Tyler Smith.
So where are you putting Guyton at?
On
the bench.
Shit. And who's your running back?
You're not gonna do that for a first round pick. But he's been that bad.
He's been that bad.
You can't.
He's been so bad. He's a healthy scratch.
Healthy scratch.
You can't do that.
They're looking for injuries to put him on the bench.
Wow. Can he play guard at all?
No.
Okay.
First of all, he was a right tackle.
Okay.
They moved to left
tackle. But what you gonna do with Terrence Steele?
Well, move him then. Move Tyler Guyton to move him to right tackle.
That's a whole lot of movement, dog.
As a rookie, you're asking to do a lot.
How quick you can do that in the bye week? Can you install that within 1 week? Can't do all that.
So tell me, what do you think of the center? Because I said
Brock Hoffman.
I said Cooper Beebe was the biggest, nastiest center the Cowboys have had since Andre Gerard. Because he likes to dirt people.
But the problem with that is you're taking a dude who did what? Played guard in college. Now you're asking him to make a new position. So it don't matter how nasty it is. It takes time to figure it all out.
It does.
They added 2 linemen playing 2 different positions from college to the NFL, and then wonder why they struggled on the offensive line.
Okay.
But at the same time, your positioning as a professional lineman is that you're able to handle adversity. So if I play right tackle, I'm going to cross-train that right tackle and left tackle. Same thing with the guards. The center's got to be able to play guards too, because in a situation where there's a shuffle, somebody gets hurt,
right?
You're going to need somebody to come in the game to get you through that game,
right?
So I might as well practice that now in the practice time. Get guys developed, get guys ready, because anything can happen in the game.
True that.
How much do coaching plays a role in that? Like Mike Solari versus like a Bill Callahan or a.
Now, why you gonna compare Solari to the best offensive line coach in the game, dog? Come on, man.
I'm just trying to throw it out.
No, it ain't. Just ask about Solari. Is Solari any good?
Is Solari any good?
From what I get from the guys, he's a very good coach. That's what I can say. There you go.
It used to be.
Used to be's don't make no honey.
I like that. Used to be's make no honey.
Hey, listen. Is he still that?
Are you asking me off of performance?
Definitely performance of what you see when you heard.
Yeah. There is some confusion. I haven't heard anything, but there's some confusion. But that can all be fixed. We can make things simple. It just looks like the guys are playing out there and they're thinking a lot without playing to react and keeping things simple.
You can't think on a football field.
You can't do
How much is that affecting the running game and what the running backs doing? I don't think the running backs are special.
It affects it a lot. If you're an offensive line, you need to be able to. I always say you need to be able to pierce the defense, either on the edges or down the middle. And if you're piercing the defense, then your run game can't come alive. You can have a productive run game at 4 yards to carry.
Right. That's a successful run.
That's a successful run game right there. If we're getting 4 yards per carry, we can do this all day.
So you was on a team when you had multiple different running backs.
Yes.
How did that affect you then, if that's the case? Because as different running backs, different ways that they try to run the ball. So how did that do for you then?
We had to know what each running back did, what made them special. Marion Barber is going. He's a bruiser.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah.
Downhill bruiser. Felix Jones, a lot of speed. He wants to get to an edge. As soon as he sees a crack, he's out. So you got to know how to set your block up. Tashard Choice, patient. He's a combination of both. He's going to read, see what's going there, and then he's going to hit it. So as an offensive lineman, you take the time, especially with the guys running the ball, to figure out what they see. How do they want to see it when we're blocking it? So
how difficult that is for 2 rookies then?
No,
it's not that difficult.
You got to sit down and ask the question. To perfect it, you have to continuously do it.
Right.
But to pick their minds to see how they see the play and how it's set up, that comes in meeting time and in practice.
Yeah,
oh man, we doomed if that's the case.
How difficult is that to do during games?
Yeah.
Because they got this rotation, and Zeke and Rico are different backs. And as you're blocking, do you block different because they have different styles? You know, Zeke is a bruiser, and Rico just runs up in there. Because you need that chemistry, and then you got to play off the offensive line. And do you block differently based on the back and how their running style?
They have special things that they can do, but what you wind up doing in the situation is it's the same blocking scheme. You know how this guy's going to hit the hole.
Right.
So if it's a downhill run and I got Marion Barber, I know that I'm going to stay on this block longer.
Okay.
He's going to be patient. If I got a guy like T. Choice, I got to be decisive and make a move because T-Choice is waiting so he can read.
Okay.
If it's Felix Jones, I got to get to the edge right now. He's downhill. He's going to see a cut. He's gone. So it changes how you just approach. It's the same running plays, but you know what each running back wants to do.
Let's flip to the defense because you also coach defensive line here. You're offensive line with the Cowboys, but when you were here, you were coaching the defensive side of the ball.
Yes.
And the defensive line, the defensive tackle position is atrocious. You can't stop the run.
Man.
I mean, you got to have talent, man.
What's wrong with you, man? Like,
did I lie?
He giving you them hard questions, man. Put you in the hot seat.
This used to be reversed.
The hot seat. The hot seat.
I'm gonna tell you why this is different.
Why?
This used to be reversed.
Oh, okay.
He used to say,
okay,
he was, and then I would look at him like,
yo.
This is, but he would. At least I would say this. Jock's gonna come to me, or he's gonna come to me and ask me the question.
Okay.
Right? And I gotta sit there and figure out an answer. I'm not gonna do it in front of everybody. We're gonna have a private conversation. Like, hey man,
Hey man, come on the side right
okay,
here.
let's try to talk this out. Okay, this is what you saw. This is what I was doing. Okay, I didn't know. Now, God, dog. I don't. Defensive line wise,
the Cowboys defense, run defense right now is the worst since 2006 in the NFL.
32nd rank right now.
The worst yards per play on the ground since 2006.
It's a personnel issue, man.
Yeah.
And where's that personnel at? On the defensive line. That's what I asked you.
Are you asking me to grade them? Look,
Mozzie Smith was a first-round pick.
Maybe what they're asking, what can Mozzie do well? Let's find out.
We don't know
what he does well.
At this point, we don't know.
At this
point, it's nothing.
If we can assess what he does well.
At this point, it's nothing.
Obtain the lane. That's all. Obtain the lane.
Oh, that's what
obtain the lane.
I would say this. You got some guys that are read and react guys, and you got some guys that are attack guys.
He's not attack.
Some of the plays that I've seen this season have been from the integrity of the defense and two guys being in one gap.
Yeah, no.
And so that needs to be cleaned up. The star of the defense is the defense. You don't have to be the person making all the sacks. But if I'm in my gap and I open it up for this guy to get the sack, I feel just as great because I did my job. So if everybody can calm down and do their job and be in their gaps and trust the defense, I think you'll see a better product.
Well, that's the problem is they don't know their roles. They're not staying in gaps. They're playing individual ball, hero ball. They're not heroes, number one. They're playing hero ball. You know, they talking about it.
Well, to be fair, they didn't do that in the Steelers game.
One game is not
we ain't trying to be fair.
I'm just trying to say.
One game was out. The Steelers' offense was awful. One game was an outlier.
Right.
Okay? That's not what we've seen, especially at home. That's they got the worst run defense. They got the worst run defense in the NFL. So don't bring the Steelers game.
Did Detroit.
Don't stop the run.
I will say this to you. They got a bye week. Hopefully, during this bye week, they've done some self-reflection.
Okay.
They've come up with a game plan, start planning for the team they're going to play next in San Francisco.
But what players?
Now that, so it's the next man up.
This is my issue.
Oh, my God.
This is my issue. The Cowboys have not had a plus player at defensive tackle since the Jason Hatcher, Jay Ratliff days. A plus player.
What do you call a plus player? What's the definition?
The last time we had double-digit sacks from the interior was Jason Hatcher.
Right. Yeah, man had a difference maker at defensive tackle that we could have had one of David Irvin.
Could have had one.
But he was not consistent. But you have not a plus player that you can count on defensive tackle since Jason Hatcher, Jay Ratliff.
What about Malik Collins? Malik Collins was a plus player?
Malik Collins is a plus player now.
Thank you.
And we going to see him. He's with the 49ers. Yeah. But I'm going to say this, though. I'm not going to sleep on Osa. Are you sleeping on Osa?
Stop it.
Oh, are you doing Osa like that?
I'm not doing anybody like that. He career high 3 sacks. Stop it. Don't do that. That's the problem. That is the problem. We overrate guys who've done nothing. Yes, he's a good player because he's surrounded by bad players. True. He's not a difference-making player.
He's a
honest
guy.
about that.
Yeah,
he's not a difference. He had 3 sacks in the first 2 games last year. Had none the rest of the way.
He's a good dude.
He's a great dude.
He's an undersized 310
whatever you want to call it.
I just want to
he
get
ain't no difference maker.
Yeah, he beating up Osa.
I'm not beating up nobody.
I want a clear definition. So are we saying?
Nobody.
Hold on. Are we saying that a plus player is a player in the interior that averages 5 or more sacks in a season? Is that what you're saying?
I think more.
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
I mean, you can be a plus player and not have sacks on defensive tackle.
Absolutely.
I don't think
are great as well.
They ain't got nothing else. I don't think DeMarcus Ware, I just looked it up. He lead the team in tackles for loss with 4. He ain't played in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else even registered, okay? They don't get in the backfield and make tackles for losses. But I think Marinelli messed up this team because he got the Cowboys, he got the organization feeling you don't need to draft defensive tackle. We could get a guy in the seventh round, and
the Benson Mayowas, the George Selvies. Yeah. I get you.
I'm talking about defensive tackle; those are ends. But again, you cannot be a great 4-3 defense without a difference maker in the middle. You can't be a great defense without a horse in the middle. I've said this. I'm going to stick on this. You have not had any horses in the middle that's wrecking shop. You can't stop the run without a horse in the middle.
I'll make it more specific to you then. You ready?
Okay.
If you're going to run a 4-3 defense, this is just my observation and learning offense and defense and things like that. If I'm going to run a 4-3 defense, the guy who's going to be wrecking havoc is a nose tackle.
Right.
I need somebody like who's the guy from the Giants who always does that.
Dexter Lawrence.
I need somebody that size right there, and he's gonna play the nose. And I need 2 ends, and we're gonna make this work. The 3 technique is gonna be somebody solid, but this dude who's the nose is going to force the offensive line to get 3 1-on-1.
There's 2 ways you can get that: homegrow it, or go into the trade acquisition.
Ain't nobody trading you that guy if he any good.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only way.
Ain't nobody trading you that guy. If he's any good.
Javon Hargraves was a guy a couple of years back that was able to get that.
But he signed as a free agent.
He signed as a free agent. You had to go early in free agency too.
But you're not paying free agents. So that's
so that's going to be a problem forever.
Yeah, and that's where we are. But the bottom line is,
that's why they try to homegrow it. They try to homegrow with Mozzie.
They've never tried. I mean, they drafted Mozzie, who's been a disappointment.
There's a homegrown guy.
But outside of Mozzie,
but before you say.
He's a disappointment.
Mozzie got drafted in the first round, correct?
Yes, last year.
Last year.
He's been a disappointment. Last year.
Last year. Go ahead.
Last year. Shit. So he's in year 2.
Yeah, he's been a disappointment.
He still can develop.
It take 3 years.
It don't take nothing.
Nah,
it take 3 years to develop. That what Bill Parcells said. It take 3 years to grade.
Bill said 3.
All right, Justin Matabuke took him 3 years.
Okay.
I mean, he can always find an outlet, dog.
Come on, man.
Jack found a beanstalk.
He's not Vince Wilfork. I get it.
I will say this: in year 2, you need to start making some
strides.
But he had a hurt shoulder all offseason.
Stop it, man.
I'm not trying to give the man excuses.
Yes,
but it is what it is.
It is what it is. He's not Peter Drop.
Did he flash in one game?
Stop.
Yes, has he flashed? He
flashed in one game to y'all 3.
Stop.
See how the old school guys give me. The OGs do me like this. The OGs do me like this.
I'm trying my best not to answer the question because I know what the answer is.
No. What's the answer to that?
Sit down.
The point was to get you to say that, hey, there may be some things that he can do. He just
and really that's the problem with any hope that they're 3-3. The team is 3-3 right now. It feels like they're 2-4, 1-5. This does not feel like a 3-3 team. They're not a 5 on the team because they've been
I told y'all 2 weeks ago they look like a 6-win team.
They're worse than that.
Our love for them,
wins.
we want them to be better than that.
Yes, but they played worse than that.
This is what they
are.
Got you.
They're 3-3 team. They feel like they're 2-4, at least, or 1-5. And as you move forward, yes, they've won 3 games on the road against 3 flawed teams. If you really think that you have a chance to move, then you got to beat San Francisco. You got to win at Atlanta. I don't think that's happening.
Now, this is what I said earlier. And I want to be very clear when I say this. A lot of this goes away. They beat San Francisco. No, watch this. For the average fan, they're going to be like, okay, we're back. When you begin to peel the layers back, if they beat San Francisco and lose to Atlanta, it's the same situation.
Right.
Right.
It's going to be the same thing. It's still going to be 4-4, but they're going to be hard pressed to beat San Francisco. They might get boat race in San Francisco like they did last week. When they play a team that can run and throw.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing right there.
When they play a team that can run and throw, they don't have no means to stop it.
Okay.
Because you can't stop the run. There's no San Francisco can run the ball, and they got weapons outside they can throw the ball. So I don't know how they're going to be able to slow down the 49ers.
And that's 3 weeks in a row.
Which I knew they couldn't slow down Detroit. They had no way of winning that game.
Well, what I can tell you is this. Until they figure that out, until we get some movement up front, until we get a consistent run game, this could potentially be a very long season.
Well, yeah, because they don't do anything well. They don't do anything they can hang their hat on.
No, what would take offensively or defensively? And that's the thing about it.
Statistically.
What would take Jerry Jones to make a move right now?
He's not making a move.
I'm talking about what if we were like we lost this week and lost next.
He's not making one.
So what do you think Jerry's going to do next? You two have known him the longest out of anybody up here. What is Jerry going to do next?
He going to keep sucking on them lemons with that face. Look like lemon booty.
You was on
them lemons.
Look, he was on this staff.
Keep sucking on them lemons.
You was on this staff when we was 3-5, right? 2018.
They went and traded for Amari Cooper.
They went and traded for Amari Cooper.
No, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're not trading for no big time playmaker.
They moved the trade deadline to week 9.
They're not.
Have y'all ever seen Jerry Jones change his mind?
He's not trading. There's no one to trade for, first of all.
Damn it. Who going to get fired then? If we get blown out again, somebody got to get fired.
Well,
Heads got to roll.
He said he wasn't firing nobody in season, but let them get blown out
He might not fire the head coach. He might fire somebody else.
No, he might fire the head coach.
Jock, you were there when he did fire somebody mid-season.
I was there. In 2010, of course.
Yeah.
No, he
44-6, something like that.
No, it was
40-something.
It's 45.
45.
Yeah, it was in Green Bay, but that team was 1-6 or 1-7. It wasn't 3-3, and so it was a different.
But the expectation was it the same as this?
Well, they were coming off a playoff win, but Romo was hurt. They had real excuse. He just wanted. He kowtowed to the media pressure. They never liked Wade.
Yeah,
and so Wade just came off a playoff win for the first time in a long time, and Romo got hurt, which had a lot to do with the team. But he kowtowed to. They
got embarrassed on national TV, 45-7.
They got embarrassed on TV the other day.
It's a prime time game too coming up, right?
But again,
I think so. I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
It was Camp Cupcake. The media just hated Wade and how he ran the team compared to Bill Parcells, and he kowtowed to that. And he acknowledged on the radio today it was a mistake because Wade went to Denver and helped lead a Super Bowl team. Because he's a good defensive coordinator.
And he went to Los Angeles.
And it helped take the team to the Super Bowl. So it was more than that. And of course, we know Jason Garrett sabotaged him in Washington.
How much do Jerry?
You remember that game, right?
How much?
You remember that game?
Oh, come on with it.
I know
when he called that pass and then the first half he got sabotaged in Washington. So we know it was a lot of stuff going on. But again, he could make changes. He could not make changes. But the bottom line, as far as the players, he's not adding players to this team. He's already said it.
Boy.
They're saving money for next year.
To do what? To do what?
To sign Michael and to eat up salary cap because they're gonna have DeMarcus Lawrence coming off. They have Zach Martin coming off. They got a lot of stuff. They got a lot of money coming to the cap, and so the money they have, they're rolling over to next year to handle their cap issue.
You can't win for next year. You got to win for now.
Okay, we know this. But that's not the issue. That's what he's doing.
Can you say that to Jerry? Like, what about now?
He knows
Jerry
that.
knows these things.
That's why he told me all in. I'm the one who asked him the question.
You the one that started this all in thing. He started it all in, y'all. This is the all in man, right?
We were talking about winning now, and so that's when he lied and said he was going all in, and then he didn't do nothing. So we've talked. We understand
that. He did go all in. He signed Dak.
He waited too late. He waited too late to sign Dak and CD.
Time out.
Go ahead.
Re-signing your own guys, no matter how much you spend for them, is not all in to improve the roster.
You're talking about free agency.
Is not improving the roster.
You're talking about
from
free
a
agency.
losing team.
Okay, but you're speaking of free agency.
Yes.
And their activity in free agency.
Yes.
Historically, they've never been first to act in free agency.
Not since Brandon Carr.
Yeah.
So
since they spent all that money on Brandon Carr. and he was a disappointment.
So what do you expect?
And I love Brandon Carter.
Oh man, the first 2 seasons he had 6 interceptions though,
Yeah,
so
so
you know
that
he
was-
wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Stop it.
Come on, man.
So y'all be
they
great
changed
on
the
the curve.
scheme on
Y'all
him.
be
Come on,
great.
they did change the
What
scheme
What you
on him.
expect Brandon Carter to do?
What you wanted Brandon Carter to do? You wanted him to be prime time. What you wanted him to do?
Okay,
Come on.
I need y'all to
Darius
understand.
Reeves?
I need y'all to say I love Brandon Carter. I thought he was a great player for what he was doing. But from the Jones standpoint, and I'm speaking from the Jones standpoint.
Well, you didn't say that.
Well, yes, I am.
You didn't say that.
You did not say that.
When I say they have not made a move since Brandon Carter was disappointment, that's in their eyes because they're the ones who changed their philosophy. So clearly, I'm speaking from them.
It wasn't clearly if neither one of us understood it.
But the bottom line is this:
We're gonna
when
clarify.
Jerry paid Brandon Carter, the best cornerback on the market, he thought he was getting a difference-making corner.
Well, Cortland Finnegan got the same money. He wasn't that good.
Exactly. Those are the only 2 corners on the market, but they were desperate for a corner
They were.
at that time, and they paid him at top of the market. He did not live up to that, and they have not
Morris Claiborne
paid,
didn't
and they have
live up
not
to it
paid
either.
nobody since.
And they brought
so
Brandon
let me
Carter
ask you
back.
this.
They paid nobody since.
True.
So,
True.
So I'm just telling you, that's why they have a
It's facts,
spec rating.
facts.
We're going to do this for you then. Give me 10 guys that could have improved the roster that we could have afforded, please.
This year?
From
No, that big
we'll
boy.
say,
No, we-
say
I'll-
2023, 2024.
Listen, I'm not going to go back over that. All I know is this past
1 year.
offseason,
Someone 1 year.
this past offseason,
Henry.
they could have went and got Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Okay, that's $6 million. What else?
That's what they could have went and got Derrick Henry. Okay.
Anybody else? Did they need anybody else?
This
could have wide receivers.
This last couple of weeks, they could have traded for Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Amari didn't want to come back here.
Amari would have came back.
He
here.
came back.
Amari loves that.
Yeah.
Amari would have came back here. His home is still here. He lives here in the offseason.
Gotcha.
He'd come back here. You know.
Who else?
I'm not gonna go. I don't have to list on top of my head. They could have done something.
They could have.
But it's not my job. I'm not in the scouting department. I don't get paid millions. Okay, to be in the scouting department. Okay.
Damn, they paying them boys millions. Let me go ahead and fill up my
paying
The head scout get paid millions.
Okay.
The head scout get paid millions, not me. That's their job. But there are players out there because other teams sign players.
Now,
other teams who are active in free agency.
Here's my thoughts. I said that Diggs going to have a slow start. I think that the Cowboys would have been better to go get a veteran DB to bring onto this team and allow Diggs to slowly integrate into the system.
But you had no idea that Deron Bland was going to get hurt.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Training camp. Nobody had the idea.
But I didn't want Carson's out there and Bland.
Well, the thing about it is they should have brought my boy back from last year, but he got $10 million in Minnesota. They were not going to pay Gilmore $10 million.
Yeah.
And he's a smart businessman. He held out and he got $10 million.
And they 5-0. Yeah.
And he wasn't taking Jerry's peanuts.
Now,
he was not doing that.
we need a running back, man. What's your evaluations of the running back team right now?
If you want me to say, they should have got Derrick Henry, but it seems like I don't know what it is. I don't know if the scheme's not right for Zeke. I don't know what it is, but
He's
it seems like they
old
can't
running
get on track.
back.
I mean, he got Jeff Blasco calling the plays too. So we got
Stop.
Come on. What's up with y'all with the
Why
stop?
do you? There's a reason why running backs, no matter how great they are, typically fall off a cliff at 28 years old.
Okay.
Look at LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the best ever. His numbers at 27 was good. His numbers at 28 was like, oh.
What did Zeke do so bad week 1 that warranted him not to get any more touches?
Stop.
Wait.
And I'm a Buckeye. And I've seen him at his best, and I love him. He's an older running back.
All right,
now.
so how come come Rico and Deuce is not giving us anything? How come them two not?
Stop. Because none of them ain't in no good.
No good. So,
They're just average.
So what do we need
Let
to
me
do?
rephrase that. They're just average. There's nothing you can do. You have average backs behind an average line is what you get 32nd in the league.
Man.
That's why I told you. All this stuff is systemic, man. Ain't none of this stuff getting fixed this year.
And it's based off.
So then how does it get fixed next year?
How do it get fixed next year?
Okay.
We'll see what the new coach want to do.
Bill Belichick. Will it be Bill Belichick or will it be like Ben Johnson? Will it be Belichick or Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson ain't coming here.
For the right money, he'll come here.
Ain't no young coach coming here, man.
I think scheme do play.
You're
a
gonna get the
role
same
too.
coaches you get.
What about Lincoln Riley?
Stop it, man. Anyway,
stop it,
man.
Stop here, stop there.
Stop it, man. Ain't nobody. Lincoln Riley ain't finna be on. No.
got enough to say grace over, man.
They go get Shark, man. They go get him, man.
Don't
Come on, man. Come on, leave the silver and blue over Shark. Shark. Come on with it.
Shark would definitely Texas.
Listen.
He Texas.
Come on down the street.
Come on down the street. Yeah, come on, Shark. Come on.
Be a real star.
I need you to.
Sark got a great job. He don't need to be.
Shark didn't come to Dallas. Come on with it.
Before we get out of here, shout out to Frenkel and Frenkel right quick.
Yes, indeed. Let's go with Frenkel and Frenkel Law Firm. Anywhere, anytime. With Frenkel and Frenkel Law Firm, I know that there are times that you may get into a car wreck, and you may want to dial 911, but don't dial 911. Call 817 or 214-333-3333. That's Frenkel and Frenkel Law Firm. They will take good care of you. They won't take advantage of you like the insurance company.
Before we get out of here,
come on with
we got a bye week this week.
They should win.
They should win the bye week.
Jock, you're not making this going happen.
They should win.
Yes, they're undefeated in the bye week.
Come on with it.
Coming out the bye, they got Atlanta. They got San Francisco and Atlanta. I need two quick predictions.
From who? From over here?
Yeah.
Jock, you go ahead and take San Francisco. Go ahead.
Oh, San Francisco will probably beat them.
All right.
I need to give you a score.
So do they split or they lose both of those games?
They playing at Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think they go 0-2.
0-2. They won't be. I'm going to be at what's that place they got now? Magic City. I might be at Magic City. Anyway, go to the store.
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of Magic City?
Never heard of it.
You talking about?
You talking about Atlanta? No. I've heard of Atlantic City.
No.
Atlantic City.
You never heard of Magic City?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
I'm only going for the wings.
Club Miami.
I'm only going for the wings. I'm going for the lemon pepper Lou wings.
Lemon pepper. Is that where you went?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. See, look at that. Now I learned something. Lemon pepper Lou wings. Got it.
No doubt.
Gotcha.
What you got? Next two games. Because that's where the season. Any hope the Cowboys have to salvage the season? They got to be split.
They got to go 1-1.
Yeah. Then you got NFCs coming to town, so they can handle NFCs.
I want to say they're gonna go 1-1.
They might be able to get
Atlanta. But Atlanta, they might be able to get to Atlanta because
they can run the ball in Atlanta now.
You're right.
Bijan Robinson.
Is it a primetime game?
No.
So Cousins be all right.
Cousins be all right.
So what you got?
So I say they go 1-1.
So they lose to San Francisco.
Yes.
And they beat Atlanta.
Yeah.
They beat San Fran. I would never in my life.
You got them going 2-0. You ain't even have to go.
Forget y'all, man. Forget y'all. I got them going 2-0.
Well, Homer,
leave me alone, man.
We got somebody drinking the Kool-Aid.
Wait a minute. Don't stand that damn Kool-Aid. But let me tell you something. I can't pick the 49ers to beat my boys. I would never do it. I would never do it. I would rather eat dog dumplings. Nah. I would tell you this. San Fran got to play Chiefs. If they beat the Chiefs, they can be too high. They be higher than they can be their damn Super Bowl.
It's the Cowboys.
Come on, get out of here.
They hate the Cowboys.
We hate the 49ers.
And they will mollywop you. I got them going on to the next 2 weeks.
We do hate them. I think they hate us just a little bit.
The F Dallas shirt.
They hate the Cowboys.
It's getting out of control.
It is out of control. Again, Clarence Hill.
They got them 0-2. Everybody agree with y'all.
Appreciate you coming out. John Jock Taylor, the Law Nation producer extraordinaire. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for being here for another edition of Cowboys and Chill. We'll be here next Thursday. 2 Thursdays from now, the week before the election, we're going to do a Black Man for Kamala edition. Kamala edition right before the election. So we working this thing out. Come on out. It's Kamala. We're making this thing happen. Again, thank you for coming out.
Come on with it.
Peace.
Not the one who made the rules.
All right. We about.
Thank you, sir.